Hey, I'm Suzy, and welcome to 30 Minutes of Dance. Today's class is a cross-training for dancers workout, all about moving from your center. So clear your space, have water nearby, feel free to be barefoot with me or wear any athletic shoes, dance shoes that help you feel supported. We'll be using a mat as well, as we'll begin standing and then work our way into the earth and then coming up and out to stand again. So take a deep breath, plant your feet, plant your mind in your body, and bring your hands to your center. So this easy shift side to side, bend the knees, just allow for a weight shift. This class is all about moving from your center outward, and often, just keep on shifting with me here, often when you're out in the world you feel like the energy may be coming into you or feeling a little scattered. So this is a good movement-based medicine today that will help you to feel like you're in your body, you're centered, and peaceful. So easy tread side to side. You could pick the foot up and really articulate, or it's enough to just shift, bending knee to knee. Yeah, so moving in a way that feels good and healing to you. I like to keep the hands on the center, on the belly, just to feel like we're breathing low and deep in the abdomen to help bring ourselves into the body, into the moment, and shift gears. All right, so no matter what your day may have been like, go ahead and now allow the arms to come out, one hand on the front and one hand on the back of your center. So it's a wrap of sorts here. And if it feels good, you want to go all the way and give yourself a little hug, feel free to do that. All right, but feeling like you are moving from your navel down into the feet, from your navel up into the wrap of the arms, the head and the tail, one long line, like a plumb line, that's hard to say, plumb line from the top to the bottom. Now take the arms out and to your center, just to the left, and then back to center. As you lean into it, rising from the base, through the center, expanding out into the limbs, into the upper body. Nice deep breath. Now let's switch sides. Send it out, and then into the center, unfolding and grounding. All right, every movement an extension of the breath. Up and down the spine, in and out. Good, back to the middle. And then let's plie, nice and parallel here. Just plie with a wiggle on top, and then send the arms out and plie, little wiggle on top and out. Good, dropping into your center, grounding, and then from the center, radiate the energy out. Like at the center of yourself, you have this internal sun shining, and then you can take that warmth, that energy, and extend it out into the limbs like rays of sunlight beaming. Good, one more. Just shrugging off your day, or any anticipation of your day. Reach out. Now let's take a side stretch. Hands are splaying out, again, like rays of light from the center. And then just go side to side, like big yawn. Planting the feet, stretching from the middle up and out. Good. Now, as we're taking this in the upper body, take that easy lean to your right, bending the right leg, and then to the left. Now you can keep it right underneath you, or if you want to turn the toes out slightly, or even heel toe a little wider through your base. Turn the toes out again. All right, so wider here, you might stay, or right underneath you as we began. What makes you feel centered, connected? Keep breathing. Good. The last one, each side. Come back to center, hands to hips. Plie, now we're turned out, right? Little second position plie. And the music starts to shift a little. Now we're feeling like we're in it, I hope. Good. Little pulse. Now take the arms and just push across. Plie, push. All right, like the beginning. All right, just side to side now, alternating. If it helps you to feel more aligned and more connected, supporting the low back from your core in this position, the hands come center and out should you need. All right, I hope you're breathing and you're smiling. You're starting to feel, like we're warming up here. Good. Last one, each side. Back to the middle. Now just rock the hips side to side. And the arms, just easy with it. Drop swing. Good. Now let's take the arms to the left in a full circle. Full. Drop swing circle. Feel that suspension as you lift the arms up, pulling the core in, pushing up and out of the legs. One more. And then just roll the shoulders. Revving up here. Roll the shoulders. Shift it side to side. Pick up the ball of the foot. Tap the toe some here. So you feel that weight shift from the ball to the heel. Good. And then back to the middle. Little plie. Spoke the arms out. And hands to center. Again, plie and center. One more. Good. Now we'll take it in that little push up and over to the right and suspend. Let the hips drop, swing. Drop, swing. Deep breath. Maybe even like out through the mouth. Let yourself vent. Woo, and clear. Good. One more. Big reach. Woo, back to center. Reach the arms out. Hands to the center here. Parallel. Turn one foot and then the other. Good. Shift and extend the right arm out like it's moving as a wave. Left and right. Pick up the toes. Sort of peel your foot off the mat and go side to side. Lean into the hip. Each one perhaps a little deeper than the last. Feeling the energy moving from the center up and out. So there's a difference in the energy of spoking the energy out. Let's try that here. And then other side. Spoking it out. Direct, intentional, committed movement here. And then the feeling of a wave. Right? You can count on it. The waves are going to come. But it's a different quality as you're moving from your center. More of a belly dance, perhaps, as you feel the waves. And let's go back to the spoke of the energy out, this time up on the diagonal. Left and right. Reaching up. Now you can keep the hands up and just tread and keep reaching, almost like you're climbing up and over. Side stretch, tread through your feet, feel the weight shift. You're lifting up and out of the center, pulling the navel in as you transition. Again, it's direct, very clear, strong movements from your center. Now come back to the middle and just take that easy fluid quality side to side. Again, notice how the core work changes with the movement, the intention. Bring your feet in towards parallel hips width. I'm going to turn just to angle so you can see, but we'll sit back as though we're sitting in a chair here, pulling the shins back, creasing at the hips. Hands at your center, maybe even one hand at the back, one hand at the belly to sandwich the energy. And then lift your left heel and plie. Lift your right heel through center. Again, you can keep both hands at the belly, even at the hip creases, to feel that you are sitting back toward a chair. Warming up through the feet. Now this is enough. Side to side, it's no sweat. Hands at the belly. One hand in the front, one hand in the back. Your choice. Or perhaps you can reach the arms up on the diagonal. A little more core, a little more connection here to the low back. And you can even almost feel like you're climbing here, and that pull and the spoke. Maybe thumbs out. See what feels best in your body. Could be up in the heart center range, could be up on the diagonal, up a little higher overhead. All right, down low, hands at the hips even. What makes you feel like you're moving from your center? Good. Now, left heel lifts, pulse it back, pull the shins back, sit into the hip crease, just easy breath, and then switch, right heel, easy pulse, pull in through your core, good, and then reach up, step yourself a little wider, again, weight shift. I want you to feel a little scoop under to your left, and then bring your right big toe to touch. Then step out, low, cross, pull in, left big toe. So you're gonna step, sweep, little pose, step, sweep. All right, so there's a deliberate quality in the lower body, and there's a lightness, an easy wave in the upper body. Feel grounded, connected to your breath, and light and airy in the upper body. Good, now let's shift to the left, bringing it with me, shift to the left, and then pause for a moment. Could you hover there? Perhaps even pick up the toes, and then step it out, shift across, pull in, zip it up here, have that moment where you're hovering, maybe even wobbling. It's okay. Wobbling is dancing. And then bring it back. Woo. Scoop it up. Have that moment, maybe even parallel passe. Oh, shift, scoop, thread it center. And then let it dance side to side. Any arms that feel good to you. Gather and center yourself here. Wide base of support, and then pull it in nice and strong. Feeling that lightness in the upper body, that sort of dancey pose at the top. Whatever you feel good about. Keep a toe in the sand if you need. Now we're gonna cross it in front. Point the toe, and then back through center to your right. Cross it in front, left leg. Good. Wide, maybe slightly turned out, and then bring it in, extend it. Okay, out wide, zip it, cross it, tendu, and then make it a dance, yes? So again, you could take the leg a little higher, you could hover the whole time, let it float through, an attitude, or just have an attitude as you're doing this side to side. Scoop and lift, drop, scoop, lift. And the arms, oh, just dancing. What feels good? Crossing in front, it's enough to be right here. Yes, right here. Up to you. Swinging it. Let it dance a little. The hips kind of come into it. Little figure 8 through the pelvis and swing and lift. All right, free form. Just moving. Feeling that you're pushing energy from the center. Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun to move in your own way, to let yourself fall off center and then float back on. Okay, last 4, little weight shift. Sweep across. Loose and easy in the arms. Just moving the energy. Good. Back to center. Bring the feet in a little. Just walking in place. Feel that circle through the hips as you're stepping in place. And then walk it back. Left hip, right hip. Forward, back. Again, from your center, shifting. Good. And then bringing it back to the middle. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the center. Again, up. And we'll transition, now that we're nice and warm, to the floor. So shift and lift your weight towards the left. Take a deep breath in, hands to hips. Cinch the waist here. Draw your right knee in and up any amount. And then step the leg back into a runner's lunge. Good. Now feel that scoop again. So we have to earn our transition down to the floor, right? Good. Scoop and lift. And step it down. One more. Good. Now pull in, pull up, plant the foot, opposite side. So you're gonna lift the left leg and then step it back, cinch the waist, pull in, pull up, stand tall. All right, helps to steady your gaze. Look at one thing. Good, one more. Woo. And then plant your foot. Now we'll take it to the floor. So inhale, reach out and up. A little side stretch. And then bring the hands to your hips, bend your knees like you're sitting back in that chair. Pick up your right leg, step it back into the long runner's lunge. Now we're gonna go a little deeper and take the fingertips to the floor, one knee down. Feel free to use a chair, to use the floor on your way down, blocks even if you need, as we come to all fours. And then shift off to your outer left hip. Good. Come onto your hips, have space behind you and in front, and we'll slowly come onto our back. So if it feels better to you, stay on your side. Thread your left arm under, put your ear to the earth, and then come onto your back. All right, you've got space in front, space behind you. Take a deep inhale, and then slow and easy. I want you just to walk your feet slightly wider and allow the knees to shift to the right and the left, like windshield wipers. So you allow the energy to be pulled off center, but then use your exhalation. Use your exhalation to bring you back to the center of yourself. Arms can flow out to the side. Good. Now the next time you come back through center, pause there. Bring the feet in slightly so that you're parallel. And then lift the hips just an inch off the floor, maybe 2. Very small lift. And then take a dance break here. Rock your hips side to side. Yeah, there's a weight shift that's a little easier. Yes. And then let's massage the low back. You can even kind of tap your feet here, right? Feels good. But massage the low back by taking a very gentle circle. So you're gonna circle the hips, up and around. Feeling the shift foot to foot, hip to hip. If you need to come down in between, especially if you're feeling it in the backs of the legs, like take a moment, breathe, and then reset. Hug the inner thighs together, lift the hips an inch or two, and then let it swing. Henry's coming through. Let it swing. And then very mellow, circle, stirring, up and around. All right, just moving from the center, feeling the energy start to swirl. All right, good way to re-energize yourself. Good. Come back to the middle, lower down. Arms breathe out to the side. Should you need, you might consider even taking the hands underneath your hips to support the low back here. Option, or arms out to the side to help ground you. Now let's take your right leg in and then your left to follow. At a tabletop 90-degree position here. Go ahead and point the toes and then take the knees to the right, maybe 3 inches. And then exhale, navel to the spine, back to center. Go slightly off center to the left and then funnel the navel down into the earth. To the right, funnel center, slightly to the left, funnel center. Make sure you're breathing. Now, take a very small circle here. Now, this could also be one leg. If you start to feel like you're fatigued in this, or you're zoning out rather than tuning in to the subtle quality of this movement, put one foot down and circle. And then bring it back through the middle. Other foot. Move in the other direction. Oh. All right, this is a way to massage the low back, to activate the core, to build some fluidity and freedom in the hips, in the legs. Good. Come back to center. Both legs up again. And then slowly, one foot at a time, come down. Take a deep breath, stretch the arms up. Maybe even the arms could come overhead or goalpost position, like cactus arms. And then lift the hips a little higher. Come into a bridge lift. And then let it shift side to side, little swing, little sway. That might be enough. You could tap your feet again. All right, so it's maybe a little higher. And then consider doing a little circle here. Pushing through, foot to foot, hip to hip. Feeling this in the upper back now, between the shoulder blades, and massaging, go in the other direction. Keep breathing. Good, back to the center lift. And then slowly bring yourself back down. Well done. Hands to your center. Good, take a deep breath in. Exhale as you release it out. Allow your legs to open out like butterflies. Now, if that feels like too much is too much, do one leg at a time. Or you could even place something, a pillow, even your hand, underneath the outer hip, underneath the leg. Just a moment to pause, to feel this unfolding from the center, this sort of blossoming of energy as you open to a butterfly shape. All right, spreading the wings. If you're doing one leg at a time, try the other leg now. Again, a pillow, a blanket, your own hand. Nothing should feel sharp or stressed. Breathe. So good. Another breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Use your center to bring the legs back to the middle. Well done. Arms out wide to the side. Head straight on the spine. Bring your right hand toward your left knee and then lift your left thigh to tap it. Now, you could come right back down, right hand, left knee, coming across as it feels good to you. If it's interesting, maybe bring the knee in and then send the leg out on the diagonal, like 45 degrees, and then bring it back in. Right, keeping the spine neutral, not tucking under too much or wagging the tail back. Just make sure that you're breathing and that you're in a framework, right? You're moving in a way that feels supported and the breath is even. Good. Snuggle the knee in, both hands. Take a deep breath. Circle out the ankle and the jaw. All right, circle your face out. Switch the direction of everything, circling. Release the foot back down. Let your head go side to side. Arms release. Now left hand, right knee. So you're gonna reach across and then pull in. Navel pulls in and up to bring the hand and the knee toward one another. Right, exhale from your center, this sort of pulley system that rebounds the arm and the leg toward one another. Now this may be where you stay, up and down, or sending the leg out on the diagonal. Right, back into the middle, and then the arm and the leg breathe out. Right, bring the energy in. So much energy to draw from. In and across. All right, well done. Good work. Bring it in. Both hands. Give it a snuggle. Circle out the ankle. Circle out the face. Maybe even stick your tongue out. Blah. Smile. Relax the shoulders. Plant both feet. Take a deep inhale. You might use your hands now to even sort of push the legs away, and almost like cat paws, you could tread and shift side to side to traction the low back. Now when you feel ready, come back to that side to side. And then roll toward your left side, coming into a nice curled up ball of energy, right? Like the sun, this bright light in the center of you. Just wrap yourself around it. And then rise, sending the energy out from your center. Good. Come to hands and knees once again. All right. And then as you come into hands and knees, if it feels good to you, go ahead and settle back, hips towards heels, like child's pose, just to say thank you to the low back. Let your head go, your shoulders melt. Nice and easy. Now take a deep breath in. From your center, come forward. Draw your left knee in. You might have to come to fingertips. You could even use your left hand to bring the leg forward. Runner's lunge once again. Use a chair. Use your hands on your hips if you need, and then step the legs together. Good. So we come full circle here. Walk the feet to a little wider than hips width. Just feel this broad base of support. Good. Inhale, right arm's gonna reach up and out, thumbs out. Take a plie here. And then bring the elbow in, gentle side bend. Again, side stretch from the middle, using the opposite hand to support, and then elbow in. Again. Good. Center, roll the shoulders, easy adjustment. Other side, you're gonna reach out. Spoking up and out from the middle, a little plie. And as you stand tall, elbow in. Good, feeling connected at your base, at your roots. Good, parallel. Reach both arms out, spoking the energy out. And then bend the knees and bring the elbows in. Reach up and out. Like rays of sunlight. Woo, big reach. And in. Well done. One more. Oh, big reach. And then just wave side to side. Firm roots in the legs. Connected at your center, able to reach up and out. And then release the hands to the hips. Turning toward your right. One last stretch here, runner's lunge, just to open into the back of the leg. Feel the energy just flowing down. Bring the hands to your hips, leaning out into the lunge for a moment, and then backing out of it. Pull the navel in towards the back of the heart as you pitch forward into the hinge. Yeah, pull in, thread it up, and then back to center. Good. Through the middle, spoking the energy out, a little plie. Yes, and then transfer the weight coming to your left side, parallel hips width, hands at the hips, pull in, thread it up towards the back of the heart as you lean, one line of action, and then back to center. Right, hinging, and then zip it up. Good, feel that long flow, releasing energy down the back leg there, and then back to the middle. Good, step and gather. Step and gather. Notice the attitude of your effort now. Now that you're grounded, let this dance like slow motion, almost Tai Chi energy. Good. Bring the feet back into hips width. Plie, breathing into all four corners of your feet. Root down, rise up. Bring the hands to the heart. Feel that light in the center of yourself beaming, shining a clear path for you today as you keep dancing. I'm Suzy. Thank you so much for moving with me today.